idly about past. Happy days. Oh, she's got that thing again. Oh, she's carrying it properly. Her and Sam playing last night was so funny. Big old tug of war. They were going at it, weren't you, son? Look at her. She's going to tease Jack. Hello, girl. Angela, good morning. How are you? See, she's teasing Jack. Pain like Bane, how you doing, Gavin? You alright? She didn't half T-bone Jack the other day. Zed's place, how are you doing? It was horrible this morning, so I was humming and hawing. It is freezing as well. There was snow on the hill around us. Jamie, how you doing, Jamie? If you don't know, Barnacles, go check him out. Angela, I'll send you some photographs. She had like 5 inches or so cut off her hair. Shelley, how you doing, chick? Yeti, how you doing? You all right today, Shelley? Look at her. Teasing with that, only no one wants it. You all right, Kirsty? Yeah, they were having a big old tug of war. When was your live, Yeti? Linda, how you doing, Linda? It is cold today. Yeti, I was on your Insta and those morels that you had stringed up. Is this year's crop exceptional? Because you seem to have loads of them. She's trying to tease the boys and they're not interested at all. There was snow on the hills this morning. We'll go have a look. I think it'll have gone by now. Time difference sucks. I'm terrible at staying up late. I'll watch it back. I shall watch back. I was out cold on the sofa early last night. Goga, how are you doing? Goga had us in stitches yesterday, our tea time. He had voice changer thing and it was like he was on helium. No, I don't see any snow. But yesterday, those hills were topped with white. Look at her. She's running with her face inside it. Oh, she's dropped it. That's all right. Linda, she was playing with that yesterday. No, the day before. And she totally T-boned Jack. She couldn't see him. Hey, Jack's son, she got you. She got you good. I thought someone had been chewing at that nest box there, but they haven't. Those carrion crows have been hanging around and looking at my other bird nests. So I fear the worst for a few nests and chicks this year early on. Hopefully they'll move on. Cara, how you doing? Like, that was a hurter when she ran into Jack with that. She's not learned. Silly, silly little dog. Now, if anyone in chat doesn't know Open-Minded Wanderer, go and have a look over on her channel. She makes the most sublime videos. Absolutely sublime. A lot of history. And just stunning, stunning, stunning work. She puts a lot into them. They're fabulous. So yeah, yesterday, the big haircut. She wasn't quite tall enough for the hairdresser's sink. So her back kind of got wet, so they would dried her back out. She had about 5 inches cut off her hair. And it's wow, she suddenly looks so grown up. It's like, oh my God. Cost me 2 McDonald's though. We got into town late. There's traffic work, so she didn't have time for the customary McDonald's. So we ended up having to go back. How are you doing, Brian and the Twin Coins? You good? How long does the season last for? I can go out next week, but I don't think I'm going to find any, you know. Not around here. I would love to. Egypt, that's what you are. Willow. Hey, big girl. Shandy, good afternoon. London girl, how you doing? So next week, normal service resumes when the schools are back. So Outlaw, how you doing? Good to see you. You don't know Outlaw Truck, I get to know him as well. Morel Mushrooms. I'm very, very jealous of the sacks and sacks and sacks full that Yeti's been finding. He's got loads. I mean, he's over in the US. But in theory, the ground here should be good for them, but I don't think. You're up early. Miss Red, the lovely Miss Red. Miss Red's got some fabulous recipes on her channel. She's just run into Sam. Did he find that endearing, Kirsty, or was he not happy with you? Her latest wrestling move is, if she can't steal something off Jack, she grabs him by his leg and tries to drop him. She is so naughty. The wrestling moves are evolving. She's still not quite quick enough. I mean, she's fast. How's things, Brian and the twins? Did he? London gets cold today. We had snow yesterday. I was like, see, I'm a bit obsessed with snow. Like, really obsessed. But I wasn't so impressed yesterday. It's getting a bit late in the year for snow. You look out the window and think, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? But yeah, she grabs him by his front leg. She's so sneaky. Did you? See, it was the day before. I was out here and it was red hot, like almost suntan weather. In fact, I've actually caught the sun a bit. I noticed today. But then yesterday, snow. Couldn't work it out. The temperature must have dropped about 15 Celsius. Ish. Maybe 10. Stormy wind, how are you doing? Good to see you. Stormy's our musician. Well impressed, Stormy. Right, who's she going to run into with that thing this time? Ruth, did you get snow? Perpetual, how are you doing? Perpetual, love that video in the park with the sacred stony thingy-majiggies where the ladies went to have the babies. Beautiful place. More, please. Chick. Mick, how you doing? Paul, how you doing? Oh, why haven't you got a wrench? Hang on, Paul. There you go. There you go. Everyone's got a wrench so you can just go and check each other out. Oh, Jay, I got some crack for you. I'll tell you after. Made us giggle. Sean, how are you doing? Woman outdoors. How are you, chick? Steve. Lovely, lovely, lovely people. Mick, I've still not got to changing that wire yet. I will. They're out again. Sheep, strangely enough, is actually in his pen. Don't think there's any hens in. But the other ones are out. Sean, here, The walls around the house are, watch my coffee, or sandstone, but they were covered in lichen and moss and you couldn't even see they were sandstone. So I had the pressure washer out. Liz, how are you feeling, Liz? I had the pressure washer out and I went on a massive mission. Got the hypochlorite out, sprayed them all down with hypochlorite, and I had the pressure washer out for hours. What a state I was in. I was like a walking lichen hill. And when the schools go back next week, I can get a load done because I'm constantly getting shouted in or away out doing stuff. But yes, I got wired to replace on the chicken pen, thanks to Willow. There is Roxy, whose pet name, well, I told you what her pet name is there. Yes, it is Miss Red. It's just afternoon. It's about 1 o'clock, I think, ish. Hey, Sam. Ruth has been doing some recipes in her waffle maker. Rather intrigued. And Sean, I'm like that, like with a chainsaw. I walk around looking for things I can cut. I kind of go on a bit of a mission. Oh, stiff legs. I've got to go on Joy's. So Joy's uploaded a few things, some recipes and that as well. The lovely Joy Stewart. What you doing? Steve, exactly. I did those 2 pillars there as well, but the wall around the back is about 6.5 foot high and it wraps right around the house, so it was a good full day. Our schools are still on holiday. Well, up north where I am they are. They get 2 weeks off at Easter. It's a week before and a week after. So normal service shall resume next week. Do you know what, Perpetual? She never stops. She only stops at night time when she's to sleep. Constantly looking for trouble. John, how are you doing? I'm good. Had a fabulous day out with the little one yesterday. She looks way too grown up. Whoa, did you see that one? That was a flying shoulder barge from Jack. Nice move, son. Sean had snow yesterday. Bizarre. Liz, they never stop. Ever. Last night, get out the hole. I need to fill that in. Last night, it was Sam and Willow. Going nuts. And I mean nuts. Oh, picture day. See, mine, she's gone to high school. My baby's in high school. And they don't do the picture day. And I hate it. It's like, But at the same time, picture day falls just before Christmas. And it costs a bomb. It's really expensive. Stacey May in the house. How you doing, chick? Stacey May's a very talented lady. At this point, I don't think there's nothing she could do. Stacey, do you sew? It's one thing I haven't seen you do. Do you sew? Look at it. See? Just hassling. Tell us about it. I was knackered after yesterday. One was a tired bunny getting dragged around pillar to post. But I had a very good portion of yesterday in town. You can see how tight it was. She was stuck on his back then. Jack's using some new moves. I'm quite intrigued because she's not any chance of beating them. See how he lays on top of her so she can't get him. He pins her. Oh, heck. You knocked me off my little block. I videoed them play fighting and I did it in slow-mo. Thumpaholic, Thump, why haven't you got a wrench again? There you go, Thump. Yeah, I slow mode recorded them play fighting, and YouTube restricted it. I was like, okay. I thought it was maybe the title. He's got a pinned. Go on, son. It's about time. See how she chews on his leg? She's vicious. She's a wild child, is Willow. It's normally her torturing the life out of him. Go on, my son. Show her how it's done. Knit. See, I started crocheting. I haven't knitted for decades. And I have got some knitting needles, I must admit. George, how you doing? Butt plug in the house. Oh, it's mad 5 minutes for Sam. Now this is happening more and more. Because normally she doesn't push her luck for Sam. Because she knows that Sam is top dog. Yeah, she's learned that Sam zoomies. I need to stick something on that hole, it's starting to scare me. The only sewing that I was doing was fixing school bags that Sam had trashed. I wasn't getting very adventurous. Right, I'm going to stick this in that hole. I was saving that, but they're giving me the heebie-jeebies. Don't you dig that out. You listening? What else can I stick in it? Because if he goes in it, it's going to really hurt him. They're mad. The pair of them are nuts. I need to find something else to chuck in there. What can I find? Zoomies are all fair and well. Don't see the answer twice. You see, sorry, grabbing stuff. Stacey, you see, is very talented. Very talented crafter is Stacey. She's got me almost attempting to do diamond painting as well. Budget leg, yeah. Do you know what? Sam has got no pain threshold at all. As a pup, he went to get the snip, basically. And I should have was not born inside when I picked him up. The vet said, you don't need any pain relief. He's had... Yeah, when Sam was a pup and he went... Well, he wasn't a pup, he was a young man. And he went, the vet said, he's had the full amount... Have Yasmin, how you doing, chick? He's had the full pain relief that he's allowed. Just make sure he drinks and eats. I should have seen that as a warning sign. He cried. He cried when he was eating. He cried when he was drinking. I had to syringe feed him water. I had to hug him to make him go to sleep. He cried in his sleep. And as soon as I went to move, he was awake crying some more. So that was a night from hell. I rang the vet the next day, about 8 o'clock in the morning. And they said, well, yes, when he came round, he was very upset. So pain, he just has no pain. You have no pain level, have you, Sam? His son, my big old lad. So yeah, no pain threshold whatsoever. So if he hurts himself, he hurts himself, bless him. Willow, warn me about the toilet breaks. Sorry, that was rude. I'm good, Thump, how's you? What are you sniffing at, son? What can you smell? So yeah, normal service will resume next week. Steve, lovely to see you. Thanks for coming in. You're a star. Yes, normal service shall resume. Paul, I've got so much to do, so much to do. I'm a bit embarrassed to be honest, but yeah, I've got lots to do. yes, normal service shall resume next week. Next week, there's going to be a few change rounds on the channel. Um, couple of days a week, live times are going to change. But it'll still be me getting lost, going to fall on my backside, wandering around the hills and woods and just having fun. I've spotted a nightmare we're going to have with her. Back at you, Steve. I've discovered a nightmare we're going to have with Willow. She seems to think that bumblebees are something you can eat and chase. I fear the worst. And vet visits. Ooh, I was watching, I was looking at your Insta on going out with your boy as well. You put that on YouTube as well, haven't you? Sazzy in the house. If you don't know Sazzy, get over. Food is stunning. Lovely, lovely, lovely lass. Nessie, what's occurring? Have you done any more of that drawing? Because that is smart. Nessie has hidden talents. She's quite the artist too. No way. Yeah, I caught her in a hanging basket and she was snapping at something and you think, oh God, what? Sure enough, but the bumblebee lived to save another day. However, yeah, I think we might have issues. So, Godson, how you doing? Nos dog. As long as it's not wasp, she hasn't met a wasp yet. And we had a wasp as kids, a dog, for the love of God, a Yorkshire Terrier, and he got bitten on his face and his whole head blew up like a balloon. So that kind of worries me about her. Now, you see, right, that sounds interesting. Very interesting. Paul, good to see you and thanks for coming in. If you don't know anyone in chat, just click on the name and go over. T-Bird, good morning. How you doing? Silver. How you doing, you handsome devil? Silver is Dorian Gray, by the way. The man never ages, ever. What's Mick done? What's Mick at? Sorry, maggots. Adrian, how you doing? You see, with maggots, it's the smell. I can't abide the smell. For the chickens, I've got the mealworm farm that I set up. And it creeps us out for a start, but now, absolutely fine, not bothered. I need to see where the hens are laying because the young hens have decided they're laying Cheap Sheep's pen. And his gate's not open, so God knows where they're nesting. Did the kids have a good Easter, Sazzy? Here, look. Oh, she's an idiot. Is she going to run with it in effect with her face in? She's trying to grab it from the... Look at her. I lied about that dog. She's not smart at all. Johnny, how are you doing, Johnny? How's things? Johnny, very busy fella. Very lovely fella as well. Yes, that's him. I put a short up this morning of. Thought daughter was in the kitchen. She'd just come in from work. And I could hear her in the kitchen. So I went in, talking away to her, and I didn't see her anywhere. And then Willow flew down off the kitchen top. And there she was, licking chicken eggs in the box that I just brought in. Licking eggs. Little madam. Yasmin, where are you going next? Yasmin's another walker. She got some fabulous places as well. The lovely John John as well. John John makes me hungry. Ooh, and I had a little bit of an issue with Cheap Cheap was chasing little Pingu around yesterday. Like a lot. I expected to get butchered in between the pair of them, but he's too fast. Pingu, for all he's a lot smaller, is too fast for him. But you know, you think, that was a lucky escape. So yeah, we've got some new places to go, but we're also having a couple of days change of time. The rest of the week, 3 days a week, will be just regular time-ish. Look at her. She's going along the back of there to annoy the chickens. Oh no, she's left them. And a couple of days, it'll be early morning UK time. Sazzy, no. Why? What's going on? Fill me in. Tell me the crack. If you don't tell us on here, messages. Shah, how you doing, chick? Good to see you. Now you've got us intrigued. Oh, Yeti, it's always shady. Bit like a lot of the people on it, but hey, as long as you expect that. You've been a lady for the day. Ooh, now that sounds intriguing. Did you have a tweed skirt on and cardi? Fun. Get off my watering can, you little madam. Willow, off it. Got my watering can. Hey Jack, you tell her. And you. Sam was on fine form last night. Willow, leave the watering can alone. Cat. Sheep. See those jaw marks? Luckily, she's not done any damage to the spout on it, but yes. New Hope, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in, New Hope. Yeah, she does look. It'll be on the ground, you know, and a mouse will have been in it or around it. She's going mental for... Get your nose away from my backside, thank you. She's gone mad for mice. Hunts mice everywhere. So the opening tides will be back on, so we might go back inside the Priory. I did a video on that, but I haven't been back for a while. So we might go back there and go around the grounds that you can't get to. Dan, happy Thursday, how are you doing? This week's... I was telling you a story. I go off on tangents and I forget what I'm doing. So yeah, this trip yesterday was partly for a little one's haircut, but because I've got this head and neck MRI this weekend, you're not allowed to have any metal. Now, I've got metal in my spine, but that's another story. So I had a ring on my finger that I've not been able to get off for a couple of years. I tried everything. The soap, baby oil, binding the finger in thread, putting it in ice, putting it in ice elevated for 20 minutes. I tried everything and that ring wasn't budging, and I was starting to panic because my finger was starting to swell up every time I tried. Chandy did a lot. So I rang the jewellers that the ring came from yesterday and said, look, do you cut rings off? I've got a scan and I've got no option. I can't get the ring off. So he says, yeah, call in. We're open such and such and such and such. So we called in. And, well, you can see how tight it was. I've kind of got a ring mark still 24 hours later. But he got hold of the finger, between two fingers, and pulled the skin that way as he wiggled the ring that way. And you know what? Plopped off like nothing. So I was a bit, how did you do that? Like when he got to the knuckle bit and it was going to come off, I was like, oh my God, how the hell have you done that? So I listed off everything that I'd done, and he was laughing. He says, oh, it's just a magic touch. But, so, if you get a ring stuck, you don't need to do any of that. When you try and pull a ring off, it makes the skin bunch that way. I've only got one hand, so I can't show you properly. pull the skin that way, and then just wiggle it side to side, the ring, and it comes off. So, Dan Alexander, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, Dan, I've got my spine's fused up, so I've got bolts and pins. They took some out on one side because it was screwing my spinal cord up. But when they ask you the questions, have you ever had iron filings or injury in your eyes or any mental injuries? And you think, I don't know, but I think I'm going to find out if I go in that machine. And any little twitch in your body, you think's a piece of metal going to ping out for some forgotten accident. Yeah, an hour and a half head and neck MRI on Sunday. I can hardly wait. Dan, that sounds hellish that you've been through. Yeah, I was fearing the worst. And you think it's going to cost a fortune to fix it back together. She's like a rocket, that dog, look. What has she gone to annoy? She spends all the time annoying things. Oh no, she's back. And surprisingly, to get the size of the ring changed, it would only cost me 50 quid. Which, highly surprised at that. Wow, that's some surgery and a half. Deborah, how you doing? Because at airports, I set the scanners off still. But the last MRI I had, they'd said, oh, well, it's been so many years. The chickens are used to a little drive-bys. They're not flapping at her. That it's knitted to the bone enough that that's fine. But yeah, it's a lot of time to lay on your back with all those noises going around you. And any tiny little twinge when you're trying to stay still, you think there's a piece of metal going to pop out of my body. You still asleep, T-Bird? Coffee is the answer. How's things, Deborah? Right back at you, chick. So I'm all excited not back to usual, because we're having a change around. We're doing some things differently. Next week's the new beginning of things that I've wanted to do for a while but couldn't. So jobs are good. So Sam's at one end of that tree that I don't know how they got, and Willow's at the other. As you do. Cool, Dan. I'm going to be taking you to some World Heritage sites a little bit further away from the ones that I've taken you to. I've got one place I'm going to take you to, which I'm a bit worried about, because if I get lost, I get into trouble in a big way with military police. And yeah, looking forward to it. I'm excited to do it again. Jamie, I don't know how you can stay up so late. My eyes don't have it. Ooh, Perpetual, what you stuffing your face with? Have a look at Perpetual's videos and look at the sacred birthing place. Can't remember its proper name. I did look it up though, Perpetual, the birthing stones. Daniel, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever it may be. See, still at it. The funny thing is, I don't know where the tree came from. That's the one. Oh no, I was snoring on the sofa, which it's a really good idea that I didn't do what I was going to do. I watch a very funny lady called Die Hard Barbie. She's brilliant. She is hysterical. And she bleaches her hair into oblivion a lot. Well, she set me off. I need to do my hair. She she does this to me. She makes me want to do my hair. So I got all the bleachy goodiness. But I have in the past thought it was a really good idea to bleach my hair one night and fell asleep on the sofa with the bleach on. How I have hair, I do not know. It should have all fallen off. Beth, the beautiful Beth. How you doing, chick? It's pissing down. It was pissing down here earlier. So yeah, it's a good idea that I didn't do it last night because I might have been a bit bald this morning. Oh, bacon sarnie, yummy. And I need to make a chocolate fudge cake. It's playing with my mind. I need to do it. Ugh, cupcakes. Muffins, do you know what I love? Lemon poppy muffins. They are, mwah, love them. How are you doing since they took the stitches out, Beth? Danny, see, chat jumps and I miss stuff. Yeah, I hope it all eases up, Daniel. I love them, and it's just as well I'm not really there very often. At the hospital, there's their own little coffee shop, and they do the most amazing lemon and poppy seed muffins, and they've got like lemon curd centres. Oh, if I'm there, I'll grab a couple and bring one home because they are just so good. Happy day. So you don't have to wear your big fat shoe. Yasmin, they are amazing. Absolutely stunning. Dan, you've got the same first name as my dad. Everyone calls him Bill. Yummy. Well, I didn't nearly have any eggs because Willow was licking them. I think she was very close to nicking them. Darren, how are you doing? Good to see Darren. That live on Sunday was funny. It was Darren's birthday. I only had a birthday bash on the pier with Creator Desperados. Jamie. That tree's not a tree anymore, it's a stick. They've chewed about 4 foot off it so far. So, open-minded, are you filming on Sunday? You say you're out on a wander on Sunday. All 3 of them are at it. Older daughter was playing tug with Sam last night, and Sam is strong as a bull. Ooh, yummy T-birds. Lovely. Yeah, she was playing tug of war with Sam, and he nearly took her arm off. It's so funny. Daniel, you're funny. I don't know where it's from. I haven't got a clue where they got it from. 2 crates. Oh, did you do the amarettoing? Because when I was in, you hadn't touched the amaretto yet. Look at her, she's nicked it from him. If you don't know Adrian, click the button because he goes live too. Yeah, she sure is. Ruth's an absolute star. Very, very funny lady. See? It's just lost another foot. She was playing with him when he was about 2. And she was like early teens. And his frisbees that they've had lying around, she had a foot through the frisbee for Sam to play tug of war with her, sat on the sofa. She didn't expect Sam to pull down the side of the sofa and her leg bent in a way it shouldn't have bent, wrapped around the chair. She learnt a lesson and she couldn't get her foot out the frisbee, so that was lucky it wasn't a hospital trip. Dan, lovely to see you. If you don't know Dan, go over. Lovely guy. Were you rough on Monday? I was starting to panic that if you fell in, it wasn't going to end up well. It was funny though. Just a fishing rod in the distance, you with a bottle of Desperado in your hand giggling away. Sazzy, nice one. Give us a poke on... That sounds so wrong. Give us a shout on Insta, because I have a habit of falling asleep on the sofa. I'm turning into old age. What you making tonight then? Sazzy goes live cooking. And she makes some yummy, 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 yummy food. Understatement rough. The last really bad hangover I had put me off drink for life. I was ill for 3 days. Like every step I wanted to throw up. And I'm never that bad with a hangover, but oh wow, I was rough. I had grazes from my knee down to my ankle. Yeah, gin, can't touch it. Naughty, dirty stuff. It goes with the rank of cider, dirty stuff. Ooh, sausage casserole. My mum used to make a absolute banging sausage casserole. Nice and hearty food. Yeah, it's classed as a stick now. It's no longer a tree. It's less than a foot long, I think. Daughter gave us, what did she give us? Some, what was it? Pernod. That is horrible, horrible, horrible stuff. You can still taste that the next day. Dirty, dirty stuff. Yes. It's gone from tree to stick status. Willow, watch what you're doing with that, holding it like that. Not 2 days. But you had fun though. Look, she's teasing Sam. You bunch of hooligans. Speaking of teasing, little Stumpy, or was it Pingo? It's hard to tell them apart. Little tiny cockerel, cheep cheep. Ooh, Nessie, no, it's monkey. It's monkey. It's just one of those things that once you taste, you had some of it, ugh, can't do it. Nope. I've not had a long time, and I used to drink it by straight out of the bottle, Southern Comfort. Oh, that used to be my tipple back in the day, Southern Comfort. Look what Sam's left with. It's about 3 inches long. Never. Space Miner, how are you doing? Good to see you. I was good when they knocked it down. My mate fell from the top of the stairs all the way down to the dance floor. That was funny. I was rolling around on the floor, couldn't stop laughing. Uncle Kid Joe did a gig there, and he stage dived and landed on my head. So I went and gave him a bollocking after the live and got invited backstage. Sometimes it pays off to be gobby. The Mayfair used to be, it was like an old ballroom, and it was like underground, and it was taken over, and it was like rock nights on a Friday and a Saturday night. You had a dance floor downstairs and a bar, and then you had a big balcony, just wandered around. Was there a bar upstairs? I think there was. Yeah, there was. Loads and loads and loads of fun. It was epic. And Fat Sam's. Nessie, did you go in Fat Sam's? Fat Sam's was a little bar that used to have rock afternoons on a Saturday night. It was in there, Fat Sam's, every Saturday. Then you had Trillions. Spent a lot of Percy on match days when Newcastle were playing was a bit mad. But yeah. And then you had the Hippie Green. Saturday afternoons, everyone was down there. Yeah, Trillions. Did you go to Fat Sam's or not? It was down past, as you go across the footbridge to, what was on the other side? Cinema. They built a cinema. So you come past the art galleries, past Trillions, down the back, and you used to go on the footbridge over to where the pictures was. There was Fat Sam's, little tiny doorway. Tiffany's, oh my God. Nessie, you should have come and found us. We could have took the town by storm. Mystical, good to see you. How you doing? Mystical just sat watching the dogs eat a tree. Yep, next to the tucks. Do you know what? You see the tuck, it was a Princess, I think, at the time. I get them mixed up. There used to be a big boat harboured at Newcastle, and in the bar downstairs, they had a revolving dance floor. And the weekends, a few people used to go, and I went with my brother. Now, this lad had tried to chat me up. I was like, nah, because I went with my brother and his mates. And he was eyeballing and trying to intimidate my brother. Well, we were on this revolving dance floor, and he went to go and get in my brother's face. So I kind of launched him across the table, and him and his mates chased me and my brothers off the boat. Not very happy, but serves you right. I grew up over Newcastle, and the bar scene over there, the nightlife, is absolutely brilliant. Stuff we used to get up to. Some I can't say on here. But yeah, everyone trying to stay stood up on that revolving dance floor, and it was a nightmare. Nancy, do you remember when there was that skip next to Julie's and the coppers found a machine gun in it? I think it was a machine gun. Julie's was seriously dodgy. A little boozer on the Newcastle quayside. Zaxon, how you doing? I was just saying, Zaxon, next week normal service resumes. Back to normal. Tiny teas, wow. Some of the stuff I used to get up in town, Nessie, honest to God. Lots and lots of fun. Smee, how you doing? Willa, say hello to Smee, little madam. Suppose eating sticks is roughage. It'll clear out any blockages. Smee is a lovely, lovely guy. Lovely guy. TG, how you doing? Well, that's where they met Tino. Well, I knew Tino anyway, and one night, Nessie, he sent his interpreter over with a tray of champagne and some glasses with the, you're a nice lady, would you like a drink? And gave us a tray of champagne. That was like, hello. At that point, we just got in. We didn't have to queue anywhere. We just got a nod, straight in. Jobs are good. Plus, we knew a lot of the bouncers on the pubs and clubs. So much fun. Shire Ghost, how you doing? Gareth, how you doing? All the fabulous people. Shire, I hope you've been behaving disgracefully. And you, Gareth? Oh, that's crappy in London, girl. I know it's hard. Yeah, Sam's given up chewing it. Jack is destroying the last bit of a toy. The Bud Files, good morning, Sue. How you doing, chick? How you doing, Budfires? That bingy bong bong. Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. That cock pheasant is in there, and he keeps shouting for a lady, but there's no ladies about, I don't think. Although he is staying put, so we might have some pheasant chicks come in. Look at the scene of destruction. How's the family, Sue? All good? Gareth, how quickly am I going to tell you off on Sunday? Go over to Abandoned and Forgotten Wales. Hang on. T-Bird. Fisher frustration, you alright? Hang on. Daisy, the ray of sunshine wherever she goes. Daisy is fabulous. Adore her. How you doing, Daisy? He did that to your hair. As a 16-year-old, I can only imagine your reaction. Oh. You see, that barber has my sense of humour. My sense of humour is really bad. Oh. Like, I'm hoping daughter's forgotten. Older daughter, but she's 22. She's kind of doesn't like clowns a lot. She was a teen when it was the old it thing, the clown thing. People dressing up as clowns and chasing people down the street. So she got scared of clowns. Oh, for... Gareth. Daisy, you're in the driving seat on Sunday. We've got the tight spaces. Ava, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Damn it, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? God, my memory. Tell me what I was saying, and I'll carry on. Oh, mystical, some of the stuff I got up to. My kids think they're pulling, this the clown. So yes, she's kind of got a bit of a clown phobia. So me being the helpful, kind, supportive mother I was kind of passing a charity shop to a thrift store, and there were two porcelain clowns, just a bit bigger than that. Their legs and arms were kind of posable. They had metal in the claws and they had porcelain faces and legs. Right, signal, behave. I'm trying to tell a story. So before I knew it, the clown that was on the shelf in the charity shop was kind of wrapped by its arms and legs round the shower hose in the bathroom, shower. 2 days. When she came in from work, I was at 10 hooks thinking, waiting for lots of script and swear words and a clown getting thrown at me. Took her 2 days and 2 showers to see the clown. Wild edibles, how you doing? So she wasn't very happy at all. It's on my community page. I got a single finger salute message off her actually. She wasn't screaming and bawling too much, but she hid it from me and asked me if there was any more clowns. Well, I've kind of found where she'd hidden it, and she's obviously forgotten because that was a couple of years ago. So I'm waiting for when the time's right and that clown's going to come and say hello again. White edibles, how you doing, chick? Roadhog, how you doing, Roadhog? Yeah. Well, I was just trying to get her over her phobia, but she didn't see it because it was only about 4 or 5 inches tall, but its arms and legs were just perfect for wrapping around the shower hose. So I need to think of somewhere. She threw away she's got a spider thing as well, and bugs, and UK sockets have screws in them about 4 millimeters across, I think. And a local shop had these fridge magnets, and it so happened the magnet was that size, and they were really realistic spiders and crickets and just creepy crawlies. So I kind of put a spider one on the screw on a light switch. She flipped her lid. Scott, how are you doing? And it was at a time where she had metal bunk beds. But after that first spider on Fishing Frustrations, thank you so much. Buddy, how are you doing? After that first spider on the light switch, she went on a hunt looking for them. Buddy, how you doing? Bottle openers. Ooh, I don't know that. Someone Google it. Oh, is it alright, Roadhog? You have to go to hospital with it. Be careful if it's hit your eyeball. Scratching your eyeball is bad, 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 bad. Go get it checked. Poor Dirt Farmer, good to see you. How you doing? Buddy, what you up to? When you live next? I wasn't really around. I see a chicken head poking up. I wasn't around much yesterday. If you don't know Aki, go over and say hi. Lovely, lovely guy. Yeah, be careful with it. 90, wow. Oh, but I was out with a little one yesterday. She had like 5 inches cut off her hair, and we had a bit of a day out. They are mystical. They're called cockchaff beetles. They're a beetle about that big. They're in the ground for 3 years. They live 3 years underground, and they come out for a few days as this beetle about that. They're like witchetty grubs underground. They're angry, nasty looking things about as thick as your little finger, about the size of your little finger. And they're like helicopters. You can hear the buzz before you see them, and they're crap at flying. You quite often get a headbutt from one. I'm going to be keeping an eye out. I'll catch some again. I've actually got some on my community page, I think. But yes, cockchaff beetles. Here, because they're only out in May, they're called May bugs, but other places June, so June bugs. But they're huge. For the UK, an Irish friend gave me. Ooh, white edibles, that sounds interesting. They're huge things. They're called cockchaff beetles. Cock, as in cock. And then CHAFFE, all one word. Creepy, 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 weird looking things. And they've got hooks on their feet, so they kind of stick to your skin. Very odd things. Dark blood beetles. These have got a brown shell. They've got stripes on them, on their body. But yeah, look them up, mystical. They're funny. Once you get used to them, because I hadn't really seen them until I moved here. But when they hatch, they're about that big, and they're size of your thumb. But the bugs are like creepy things. Buddy, what you laughing at? Yeah, 3 years underground as angry, really, really angry, evil looking, witchy, grubby typey beetles that are really good for fishing. Trout love cockchaff beetles. Blunt9, how you doing? Yeah, they're not very good at flying, are they? They tend to just fly in straight lines. Buddy, that's why I was laughing. Kaz, how you doing, chick? You good? Oh, hey. They're funny, funny things. No, they don't sting a bite, but they look horrible, don't they? But yeah, stick a hook in a maybe a cockchaff beetle, stick it in, and the trout go mental for them. But I won't pick one up because they're horrible, evil looking things. Hi, Gavin, you all right? Oh, thank you, Gavin. Funny, funny, strange looking things. Right, I'm going to have to go on a mission and I'll find you some. See what I do for you lot? I'll try to big some up. Yeah, it's cockchaff. Cock is in chalk. Hang on, chalk? Cock is in cock. And then CHAFFE. All one word. And there you have the beetle. Buddy, lovely to see you. Enjoy your beautiful 90-degree day. That's like the best of our summer. I'm so jealous. Yeah, it's hard. That's the good thing about the good side about social media. You get arseholes, obviously, but it brings people together and we see things and meet people that we would never have done. I've learned so much from other YouTubers. It's unreal. And I love it. Was it, Kaz? Aki is a lovely, lovely, lovely guy. Check him out. And saying local words, I know Angela, it catches Angela out because she Googles some of the words that we come out with, or sayings. Yeah, some of our sayings are a bit odd. We'll have so much in common, and it's amazing. That's the good side about social media. It opens up the world. You just have to learn to not think too highly and expect odd human nature at the same time. There is some seriously odd people out there. I have a friend who seems to find rabbit holes, and wow, is she good at rabbit holes. Ooh, I've got someone at the door. I'm going to have to scoop, people.